What's good, y'all? Fuzion here, back with another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to some more First Take. They're going to be talking about the Western Conference, quite heavy in this. Here is showing the 6th seed through the 10th seed. Very, very close run here. That is the play-in, so I think it's interesting. There's a couple teams here that I feel like have a chance to be deadly in the playoffs. I think there's a couple teams here who are not even worth being in the play-in, but could still make that push. So yeah, personally, I think that the two best teams here, from top to bottom, I think is a healthy Suns team. I just think that having Bradley Beal healthy really changed how they play. That's just another threat. More offensive scoring. Playmaking looks clean when they do play. It's just health. Kevin Durant plays better during the playoffs. I think this could be their year, but I'm wondering if they can actually do it. And the Mavs, I think it's time for Luka and Kyrie to really gel here. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to have at least a few good games in this playoffs. But I don't see many people or many teams, if they do get to the playoffs, beat that team in 4 games. I still have no faith in the Kings. I still think the Lakers are too sometimey. As a huge hardcore Lakers fan, they are way too sometimey for me personally. So it's hard for me to put my chips on them and really push for them to win, honestly. Warriors, they are cleaning up their issues, but I still think they're not ready either. I think they need to find another scorer, but Jonathan Kuminga, he's been pretty consistent, but I still don't think they have enough personally, to really make a push in the playoffs. I do think they can win a play-in game. I think any of the teams can win a play-in game, but the problem is how many of them are a legit threat in the playoffs. I don't think there are many of them. Again, zero faith in the Kings. I'm gonna just keep on saying that because I think there's this delusion to where that people think the Kings are a legit team. They're not. They haven't proved it yet. They play well during the regular season, and then they fall off first round in the playoffs. So they should have been able to beat the Lakers last year, but then again, the Lakers didn't make a push to the to the conference finals, because the Lakers have always been a strong playoff team. It's just getting to the playoffs has always been an issue. But yeah, so we got a little bit of while, man. The rest of this month and a few weeks next month for a strong push by all of these teams. I'm seeing the Kings making it to the playoffs. I could see the Mavs, Lakers, and Kings in the play-in. I don't think the Warriors make the play-in personally. But yes, let's go ahead and get started, see what they got to say.
10 spots in the West, closely contested. Only 3 games separating the Warriors and the Kings. Among these 4 teams, our ESPN Analytics gives the Mavericks and Lakers, Shannon, the best chance to reach the Western Conference Finals. Okay, so here's the deal, SA. Which Western Conference team from the 7th seed or lower has the best shot of a deep run in the playoffs? I'm going to give you some options, but go wherever you want. Dallas, Lakers, Golden State. Where's your head?
I personally have the Mavs. I don't think the Warriors have enough, especially against these strong West teams. I think a lot of West teams got better. I don't think the Lakers changed that much. I think the problem is that the Lakers don't have any depth. They don't have any instant offense that is consistent. D'Lo has been hooping. Shout out to him. He had 44. And they pushed past that Thunder team. And without LeBron. Either that was a Thunder team or which team was that they pushed past without LeBron? Anyway, they did it. And I think that they can make a strong play, but I still don't have the confidence that the Lakers can win 4 games. I just don't. I think the Warriors could, but I still don't think they can make it past the play-in. I think that the Warriors have way too many issues internally. I think that they rely so much on Steph and someone else to make up that 25 or that 30 points. And sometimes it's Kuminga, sometimes Clay, sometimes, I just feel like, without that consistent identity, you always have an issue in the playoffs. I think since both of the Lakers and the Warriors don't have an identity yet, I think they're going to be in trouble. So I got the Mavs. Shit.
Shannon Sharpe, I never thought I would say this. I'm going to give the Dallas Mavericks a chance.
Wow.
Is
that
So it looked like Shannon Sharpe thought that he was going to say the Lakers, but he said the Mavs. And I 100% agree. I think that Kyrie, Luka, I think they added... Who's the person that they just added? PJ Washington? I think. They've always been missing someone else who could really put the ball in the hoop. I think it was PJ Washington. Yeah, they added PJ Washington. He has 7, but he's pretty deadly on that. On like the putbacks, he's an athletic guy that gives another lob threat for Kyrie and Luka. Dante Exum, he's been playing pretty decently, only against the Lakers. I guess that's just how it is. They actually played a game yesterday, and their center, Daniel Grafford, he had 20 and 7. They had 22 from Lively. So I think that they just have a strong team all throughout. I'm wondering, Derek Lively, I'm wondering how often that they can have nights like this. I don't think it's going to be often, but I feel like they have enough depth to where that Tim Hardaway Jr. can get buckets. Luka had a triple-double. He can create for his team when needed. Kyrie, he's still Kyrie, so I think he can still find some nights where he can give you 30. Just a very strong team all throughout. I think that the only weakness they have is their defensive presence, but defense is sort of a lost art in the NBA right now, so I don't think you're really missing it.
just left Texas?
No, not at all. Listen, I'm going to give the Dallas Mavericks a chance. Yo, man, what I'm seeing from Luka is what I'm paying attention to, Shannon. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at size, and you look at the greatness of LeBron and Anthony Davis and knowing that you got to go up against the bigger teams. I feel you on that. It's not one of those moments where I'm trying to actually refute what I suspect you're going to say. I'm just looking at Luka right now, and I'm saying, can we pause for a second to acknowledge what the hell we're talking about and what we're seeing? This brother right now, Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic have played together the last 16 games. They're 11-5. Kyrie's averaging 25 on 51.7% shooting, 42.7% from three-point range. He's doing his thing, and we barely ever hear about him.
Yeah.
You know why, Shannon?
Because Luka.
This dude, Luka Doncic right here, is averaging a triple-double over the last 16 games. 33.9 points, 10.3 rebounds, 10.6 assists, nearly 40% shooting from three-point range. And when I see how unstoppable he is, how no one seems to have an answer for him, it's not just his shot-making ability, his intellect on the offensive side of the ball, but his ability to control pace and tempo and how that serves what Jason Kidd wants to do. He's one of those guys, Shannon, where I'm looking at others and I'm saying your greatness is going to be required to knock off his greatness. It's not going to be enough to play good basketball. It's not going to be enough to go on a run and find a momentum. It's going to be called upon for the Stephs, for the LeBrons, because we talk about playing, and that's where they're at. The Stephs, the LeBron, whatever. It's going to be called upon them to elevate their level of greatness. to offset what this dude is throwing at them. That's where I'm coming from with this, Shannon, and that's the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that Luka's on some shit right now. He's on some Steph, LeBron, KD type shit where he's playing so crazy that you're forgetting that you have one of the best guards on your team. Kyrie Irving is on the team, and no one is saying anything about Kyrie. That's what the type of play that Luka is on currently, and I think he'll like continue that and even be more scoring more points once it comes to the playoffs. I think that a lot of the playoffs teams still haven't figured out how to stop Luka, and I think his offensive scoring will just go up. That being said, I think the issue is that they are going to rely a lot on Luka, and once it comes down to it, role players win games. Star players win games. Role players win championships, and I don't think that the Mavs have enough strong role players that are consistent, like to really win games for this team. I think that Tim Hardaway needs to be scoring at least 15, 16 a game. There are times where he gives you 7. There are times he'll give you 30. Next game, he'll give you 10. Without that consistency, I don't think that the Mavs have enough to make it to the Western Conference Finals. But I do think that they will always be a competitive team. I do think that they are a strong team, and it's hard to beat the Mavs just in general. I still think the Warriors are a strong contending team in one game. I think in the play-in, you don't want to play against. Here's the two teams that you really don't want to play against: the Warriors and the Lakers. I think that with AD and LeBron, you are already going to have to deal with them both getting at least 25. I think that the issue arises when D'Lo is scoring. He can give you one good game. D'Lo has been playing quite well these past few games, but when it matters, I need him to have his one game. I don't think in the playoffs he's going to be getting like consistent high 20 games. I don't think he's going to get another 40-point game. He might, but I still think that his game is slow. So I don't know many matchups where he wins at. I think his confidence is at an all-time high, but I'm wondering if he can keep that up. We saw last year he completely disappeared in the playoffs, pretty much shot us out of games. So I'm hoping he can keep that consistency. The Warriors, I think the only problem is that you don't know which type of Klay Thompson you're going to get. Especially now that he's coming off the bench. Klay Thompson can give you 27 off the bench, or he can give you 6. You don't know which Klay Thompson you're playing against. Jonathan Kuminga, Steph, Draymond. I think that the Warriors team is still strong. Their young dude just dunked on Wemby, and he made it look easy. So I think in the future that team's gonna be better. They look good going in. I'm surprised they made it to the play-in when they're playing well these past few games. But I still think the Mavs. I still got the Mavs making it. I still think that they're the stronger team out of these 3 teams. Shit.
Well, considering Luka over his first 6 games, he's averaging a triple-double of his last 7, but the 6 previous, he had 30-point triple-doubles. And so that just goes to show their greatness. I remember watching him, and after his first year, Stephen and I said he was the closest thing that I had ever seen to Larry Bird before or since. And people laughed at me. But I don't think people realize just how great Bird was, because Bird was a 24, 10, and 6 guy for his career. That's right. He scored 24 points a game, averaged 10 rebounds with 6 assists. And then when you see Luka can score the ball better, he can rebound just as well, but he's a better facilitator because he has the ball in his hands a lot more than Larry Bird. I'm going to take the Lakers for the simple fact. I'm going to say they're two-headed monsters, which is Kyrie and Luka. I think LeBron and AD can cancel those guys out. Now, maybe they don't score as much, Those two guys probably going to get you somewhere between 60, maybe 60, 65, because Luka's going to probably, it's going to be hard to hold him under 35. Kyrie gives you 60, gives you 25, gives you his average. That's 60. If AD and LeBron can give you somewhere the mid to high 50s, now you got to go to the third guy. Can I keep that D-Lo going? Because D-Lo been off the chain, Stephen A. That's what and I told him, don't tell him. The trade deadline is still an option. So I want him to keep playing like he's playing because he don't know whether he's going to come or go. I mean, come or stay. But he's been playing unbelievable. Austin Reeves has been unbelievable all year. And now Rui, I don't know if you've noticed, Stephen A., but ever since they put Rui in that starting lineup, he's looked really, really well.
Rui, his only issue is I feel like sometimes he's too passive. If he goes for his shot and creates for himself, he can give you at least 15 a game. He had 26 the other night. But he can give you at least 15, 20 a game consistently off smart jump shots, off of pure athleticism, off of creating for himself. He has a big body. He has a LeBron type build. I do think he's around 6'7", 6'8". He's a bigger guy. He's athletic enough to create for himself. Austin Reeves, he's been playing well. He'll give you 12 to 15 points a game. He had a couple 19 and 20 games out there. The only issue is we need D'Lo to be efficient. That has lost a lot of Lakers games off of his inefficiency. He shoots bad shots. Sometimes his shot selection loses games just off of that. Sometimes his decision making. Maybe he might not get a lot of turnovers, but the pass to somebody that causes like the turnover because it was a bad decision, that should be on him. There are multiple times when the point guard who runs the play messes it up and causes like the whole thing to go awry. And he does that. We need consistent D'Lo, and I think we can make a strong push in the playoffs. We need to figure out the Nuggets, and I think we need the consistent play. Those are the only two things that I feel like that the Lakers are missing. We don't need, when the playoffs come, we don't need you guys to not be as aggressive. We need stronger aggression. Jared Vanderbilt might be back, so we might have a good defensive core here with him and Cam Reddish, throwing them at Luka, throwing them at Kyrie. It's possible. I think top to bottom, I think that the Lakers team, when D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, and Roy Hachimura are playing well and are playing at the best to their ability, is a strong team. But there are way too many ifs, and there are way too many things that could go wrong. I think that's like the only issue currently with the Lakers.
It's hard to say this now. 1,000. Am I like as sold or as definitive as I normally would be on the Lakers? No. Because I've been watching the Mavericks and I've been watching Luka and what they've been doing. But I just believe in a series with LeBron and AD, because I'm not so sure. But in the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr., he's an outlier because you never know. He can go and give you 10 points a game, or he can go 8 for 12 from the three-point line and give you 33 points a game.
That's D'Angelo Russell, though, Shannon.
No, D'Lo been playing good. He been consistent lately, Stephen A.
Excuse, 2 of the last 3 games, when they lost to Sacramento, he had 10 points. They beat Minnesota the other night. He had 13. Now, he dropped to 44 against Milwaukee.
You saw that one?
I thought that was spectacular. Well, first of all, I saw it more than you because I actually show up to games in Los Angeles. We can't find you. You understand what I'm saying? You all over the damn country.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I'm sure that they're going to be talking about. I think that the 6 to 10 spot is very, very competitive. I think there's a lot of good teams there. I talk shit about the Lakers because I understand their potential. I think that there's small missteps that they have done. I think that the trade deadline was a disaster. We could have got infinitely better by getting a offensive juggernaut or even a big man that can score. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think Who do you guys think are coming out of the West? I personally think that Nuggets team is still a strong contender. I don't have the confidence yet in the Clippers. I think they are another year where they are a second round exit team. They're playing well, but I still don't have like the confidence in them yet. I think that the Lakers, they're just missing consistency, but I still think it will be the Nuggets. I don't think that OKC has enough experience. Same thing with the Timberwolves. I don't think that they're strong enough yet. I do think, Cat and I think Rudy Gobert are going to be out for a little bit. So hopefully they can come back and gel back together. But I still don't think I have enough confidence in them yet. I don't think they have enough reps in the playoffs with strong playoff competition to really be ready for that yet. But you never know. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Stream at 750 subscribers. As well as become a member, man. Hit that link down below in the description. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.